formed alliances with people who protected me, and the main guy was two Tonys working on his life story right now. He dictated it to me in prison. He was doing 112 years. He was a Mafia mass murderer, only murdered gangsters, so he said it was a crime of integrity. And he was at the top of the respect in the prison, because if you have only murdered gangsters, that puts you at the top, where I was at. Anyone who's murdered a woman or a child, or has any crime to do with a woman or a child, it's kill on sight. The prisons try and kill those guys when they come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't killing in UK prisons, but in terms of the hierarchy of respect and disrespect, almost exactly the same.
Yeah, it's convict justice in the criminal code, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow.
So once he took me under his wing, if I got beat up, I would have gotten moved, and I wouldn't have been able to continue his life story, which was a several-month project.
Oh, so he was protecting you for that reason?
Well, one of the reasons, but by the end of it, he said I was like the son that he'd never had.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
A nice sentiment.
Yeah, but sadly he died from his own drug taking as well, from liver cancer, a couple of years after he got released.
Oh,
yeah.
That's quite sad. Did you finish his story?
Yeah, he dictated it to me, and I'm just presently just finishing it up right now. And his spirit lives on in me in the sense that he taught me to appreciate the value of small things. One of his favourite books was A Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich by Alexander Solzhenitsyn, where Ivan's in the Russian gulag, they're getting worked to death. It's so cold, if you spit freezes mid-air. And anytime the prisoners complained about anything where we were at, two Tonys would laugh at them and say, look, the prisoners are complaining because the breakfast is cold in the morning. How can they complain when where Ivan was at, they were fighting over a fish eyeball as a soup?
Wow, that is a man who can appreciate anything. Wow.
Yeah, and now, by appreciating the small things, I don't go looking for trouble in all the wrong places. You know, there's no dead rats in my food. There's no cockroaches in my bed. We've got things so good in the West compared to a lot of the horrible stuff that's going around the world. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
In these war-torn countries.
Yeah.
You just got to appreciate what we've got while we're here.
And I mean, I'm kind of the same mind as, what was he called? Two Tonys. Two Tonys.
Yeah.
What a strange name.
Yeah.
Why was he called that?
Two Tonys got that name because there was two guys whacked out of LA called Tony, and the whackers, the guys got in the back of a vehicle and they shot the two Tonys who were in the front. One of the whackers was called Charles Bats Battaglia. He was a Mafia lieutenant for the Bonanno crime family, which was the most powerful Italian Mafia family, and that was two Tonys' boss at one point in time. Right. But over the years, two Tonys started to whack people and rose up above this guy. And this guy threatened two Tonys in a restaurant one morning, and two Tonys turned the tables on him, threatened him back, and he backed down. And when they left the restaurant, two Tonys' crime partner, Sal Spinelli, said to him, when you threatened him and he backed down, I could see the spirit of the two Tonys above his head.
That's brilliant. So it's like the two Tonys were embodied in him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's genius.
Yeah.
I like that for the reason that's what he was called.